So let's get into your reading. So in the recent past, you have this could be the one, okay? You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So, clearly you do have very strong feelings for somebody and you do feel like this person is the one. And with the High Priestess, it's like, intuitively, it's like you just feel this. So even if you're still single with the Nine of Pentacles, it's like you just kind of know, instinctively that this person is the one for you, or you know that this person is about to be brought into your life. So for most of you, as it says, you've already met the romantic partner you seek. It could be clearly someone that you know already, and with the High Priestess, there's just this knowing that this person is the one for you, okay? And it's like a very strong feeling. But I feel for some of you, it's like you've still been single, but you're not doing too bad. Because the Nine of Pentacles is, this woman, she has everything. The Nine of Pentacles is all about luxury. She's strong, she's independent, she's able to kind of do everything on her own. So it's like, I feel like Pisces, you're at a place where you're actually okay by yourself, but there's still this knowing that this person is the one for you, okay? So in your present, you do have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And then we have the Three of Gabriel. So prosperity arising from wise planning, time to take the next step, optimistic plans that turn out as expected. And then we've got the Magician. So you're trying to manifest this love situation. So the Three of Gabriel as well. And along with the Magician, it could be that somebody just magically appeared. So it's like you've been hopeful, you've been optimistic, you've tried to stay positive, and then, for some of you, out of nowhere, this person just kind of appeared, whether it's someone new or whether it's an ex-partner, they just kind of appeared. So it could also be, again, that this person came in and, now you're trying to manifest the situation by remaining positive, by being lighthearted, so that's kind of where you're at the moment. So in the future, we have healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And we've got the Four of Raphael and we've got the Three of Wands again. So I feel like there is some kind of achievement, but at the same time, it's like there's still some kind of disappointment. So it's like, yeah, okay, things seem to be going good, but it just maybe might feel as though there's something lacking, okay? And it could be due to kind of issues that are healing. So it might be that family's kind of involved. It could be, that they have family issues, you have family issues. Things may seem good in some areas, but with the Four of Raphael, it's like you're still not 100% content. It's like it could be, that this person has come in, but maybe they're not kind of offering you what it is that you want, okay? But this is because there's certain issues between you and this person that need to be resolved. So if it's someone new, again, it could just be that you have family issues, they have family issues. I'm going to clarify why the Four of Raphael is here, but just to show you, this says seek out other possibilities, look for the magic in life, be aware of your own emotions. So another thing I kind of feel as well is that this person, has come in and maybe you're taking a different approach and actually ignoring your feelings. Now, Pisces, you are one of the signs that are very in tune and in touch with your feelings. So I feel like because Pisces, doing the love readings over the past few months, and being a Venus in Pisces myself, I understand that we've had a lot of disappointments. I know for Pisces, it's not gone too great. So it's almost like that kind of thing where there's someone here, but you're trying to not get too involved. It's like you're kind of learning to emotionally detach a little bit, because with the Four of Raphael, it's like this person's here, but it kind of feels like you're trying to not see it, or there's certain issues that need to be addressed, and this could be why there's this discontentment. So let me have a look at the Four of Raphael. Clarification on the Four of Raphael. Clarification on the Four of Raphael. Yeah, okay, so there is some kind of hurt. So whether it's past related or whether it's something that you've experienced recently, it's like there is some kind of hurt. It could be that this person, if they're from the past, they've hurt you previously. So it might be that they've arrived into your life, they've come back, but you're not willing to accept any kind of opportunity just because you kind of don't want to be hurt again. It's kind of like that fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me kind of thing. I feel like you're not willing to let this person deceive you again, and someone's upset because there's an offer that is being refused, but there's still this here, there's still this Three of Wands, which is things going as expected, but it's like you're expecting the worst. And this could be, again, where you need to work on things, heal things, okay? Because I feel like Pisces definitely has had to deal with a lot recently, especially in the past 6 months. You guys have really been going through it. So as your barrier, you've got to free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So I feel like, so here we've got the Four of Michael, we've got the Queen of Wands. So you want to take back control of your life, and there could be this period of rest. So it's like, yes, this person's come in, but it's like it feels as though you're running away from it, or someone is running away from it, and someone's not feeling optimistic. For some of you, this could be a fire sign with the Queen of Wands. But I feel like there's someone who's not putting their whole enthusiasm into it. They're not putting their whole passion. They're not feeling that. I'm trying to think of the right word. They're not feeling that kind of that spark. So I don't know if someone is, that you wanted has come back and you're just not feeling that spark and you're disappointed by it, or you're just not accepting any offers from this person again because you've been hurt. But I'm feeling like there's just, you're not feeling too enthusiastic about the situation is kind of how it feels, or someone's not feeling enthusiastic due to past hurt. Okay. So, but at the same time, there's still this feeling, that this person could be the one, and one of you is trying to manifest the situation, and they're not going anywhere. They're still kind of in your future, but there's an opportunity that's not going to go through, and for whatever reason, and someone's feeling disappointed. They're not enthusiastic about the situation. Pisces, if this person has caused you a lot of stress, I feel like you're just taking time out to focus on yourself, because I feel like it took a lot for Pisces to get to this Nine of Pentacles energy, which is okay, kind of being on your own and being strong and independent. And the reason why that is because Pisces, you're the 12th sign, okay? So you are lucky enough to have a bit of every sign. You're kind of all the signs put in together. So, and when you look at astrology, Pisces is the 12th sign, but it's the sign that's closest to God. So, or kind of closest to source energy. That's what they say anyway. So you are this healer. You're this natural healer. You're this natural empath. You're this natural caregiver. So, your natural instinct is to not really be there for yourself. You're all about putting others before yourself. So it's taken a lot for you to actually go through the hurt that you've been through, and now start to, bring yourself up to a place where you actually have that independence, because I think it kind of works both ways, in the sense that Pisces, you love to care for people, but at the same time, the person that you're caring for, you do want that give and take. You want that love to be, or that care to be reciprocated. So for you to kind of go it alone, which is what the Nine of Pentacles energy is, I feel like it's taken you a lot. And you're not willing to just now let anyone in. I feel like the past 6 months has been a huge learning transitional period for Pisces. And I feel like you've evolved a lot. And, I feel part of this learning is because Pisces has such a beautiful nature. My mum's a Pisces, and I honestly really love the Pisces energy. So I feel like I feel like it's taken a lot for you to take a step back and to put yourself first for a change. And this is what you've had to learn to do over the past 6 months. You've learned to not give yourself in a physical sense, but emotionally. You've kind of learned not to give too much emotion to people that don't deserve it, So that's kind of what this feels like as well. So now, the factors that are affecting you, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So you want to give your heart to somebody, but at the same time, when this card comes up, it can mean that you want to, but there's this kind of resistance. So I feel like this card is just saying, open your heart again, Pisces, okay? Because you do have such a beautiful heart, so, don't kind of hide your heart away. But at the same time, don't just give your heart to somebody because you want to help them or, because you feel sorry for them. At the same time, there still does need to be boundaries. So here we've got the Page of Gabriel. So for some of you, this again is a fire sign. This can also indicate a new experience as well. So this says, follow your passion. You are ready for any challenge, opportunities for excitement and adventure. So, there is definitely something going on. It's like you are excited about something. So I feel like it's this kind of up and down energy where 1 minute, you might speak to this person. They might make you believe that, things can go a certain way, but with the 9 of Wands here, it's like you're still anxious. So I feel like, this person kind of has said, let's do this, let's do that. Or you may have a conversation or receive a message from them, and it gets you, kind of excited again, to the point where, they reignite that passion. But then it's like this anxiety kicks in, and then you start to not feel so kind of enthusiastic about it, So I definitely feel as though right now there's a lot on your mind. So with Pisces being one of the most emotional signs, along with Cancer and Scorpio, I feel as though you're learning to detach a little bit from your emotions and actually think about things, because you are definitely thinking a lot. You could be thinking a lot about a particular person, especially if they're a fire sign. They don't have to be a fire sign, but it's kind of like, can I trust you? Can I give you my heart? I feel like you really do want to, but there's just you wanting to be more in control of your life. It's kind of making you be a little bit reluctant, because I feel Pisces, you want to make other people happy. And sometimes that can mean that you hand over your power. And when that happens, people can take advantage. So now you're learning to be in control of yourself and having firmer boundaries and saying, no, you're not going to treat me like this. So I feel now you're kind of stuck in between a rock and a hard place. Do I give this person my heart? Don't I give this person my heart? So this person's here, for some of you, they've already come back. This person may re-emerge through April, but it's like this, do I, don't I give you my heart? So the factors that are affecting your love interest, so they have retreats. It's time to disconnect from the world. So they may have disconnected. And with the 7 of Ariel, it's like they're being patient. They've actually taken a step back. This might even be how they're viewing the situation, but these are the factors that are affecting them. So it could be that they've disconnected themselves and they're actually being patient and waiting for a second chance with the Judgment. So it could be they're waiting for you to make a decision, and they've just kind of stepped back and said, okay, I'm going to let you get on with it. Let me know when you've made a decision. So it might be that this person's not really making too much of an effort, and this could be why you're kind of overthinking it, because what kind of strikes me about the person you're dealing with, if this bit resonates with you, is that you want them to make an effort, you need them to make an effort, but they're not. It's like when you need them to prove themselves the most, they're just taking a step back and they're being patient with you, waiting for you to make a decision. But Pisces, what you want is, it's not about them stepping back and letting you get on with it. It's about them making you feel how much they want it. And this is kind of the concept that people don't understand about Pisces. When anyone with strong Pisces in their chart, especially when it comes to relationships, you can't just be sold with words. You really have to feel. And when someone proves something, or when you feel like you want someone to prove something to you, like how much they want a relationship with you or how much they do love and care about you, words are not enough. They really have to show you, and they have to make you feel it. And so this person, it seems like they're going about it the wrong way, because they're stepping back when really what you need is for them to actually step forward. So there's a misunderstanding somewhere. That's kind of what this feels like. There's this misunderstanding somewhere. So what you want is calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations and visualizations help bring you together. And here we've got the Three of Ariel. Do what you love, a time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavours, working with others in a cooperative manner. Now, the Three of Ariel can signify third-party situations, but as a want, you might want to explore your options, but that's not really what this is saying. You want this person to come back, but you want them to make a damn effort in resolving it with you. This person just needs to make a fucking effort. To be honest, you've got the Knight of Swords, so this could be air sign energy. And if you are dealing with an air sign, this could kind of make sense as to why they're not approaching you or dealing with the situation in the right way, and why there's misunderstandings. But, because air signs can sometimes be emotionally detached, although not all air signs are like that. But it could be that, you kind of want this Knight of Swords to rush in and, come back and just work things out, and for you two to understand each other. It just feels as though there's a great lot of misunderstandings here, and you want to actually work things out with this person, but in a cooperative way where you understand this person, they understand you. I really feel like this person just doesn't get you, Pisces. They just don't get you. They think that you want one thing, but really what you want is something completely different. They think that you want space, so they're actually being patient. They're allowing you to have space to make this kind of decision. But what you want is for them to actually rush in and just kind of make it work. You want them to put in some effort and, not necessarily declare their love, but just make an effort. And I don't feel as though it's you that needs to make an effort. I feel as though it's this other person that you're dealing with, although it could be vice versa. So, what your love interest wants, they want to recapture this playfulness that you and them once had. Okay, I feel like this person, you've pushed them out, or they've pushed you out, but now they're sulking. Okay, this person is sulking over you. Everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver lining. So this person is sulking. Okay, they might feel pushed out, and now they're sulking about it. And what they want is to go back to, the good times. I think even relationships that a lot of people would class as toxic, sometimes, it can't be toxic 100% of the time. Okay, you do have to kind of weigh up the good and the bad. So even if things have gone sour, this person wants it to go back to the time when it was good, because why would someone want a bad or negative relationship? I feel like this person and you, maybe they loved your carefree spirit, and now they're seeing that you're more serious and you're more detached, and They want it to go back to the time when, you know, you was fun, you was playful, you know. So now your crowning energy is let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. So Pisces, you're definitely back in control. And you've got the Empress. Some of you dealing with Aries, some of you dealing with an air sign again. But Pisces, you have come back into your own power with full force. I love it. I feel like this person is stalking you as well with the Page of Swords. You know, this is a stalking kind of energy. This person is looking at your social media. They're trying to work out what is going on with you, you know. And I think it's good that Pisces is actually taking a stand for themselves and actually taking control of the situation for once. You know, because I feel like Pisces tries to help everyone else except themselves. So now it seems as though you've done that. You've actually been through the storm and you've come out on top. And now it's like you're kind of being the boss. You're in control. You're in charge. And that's kind of how it needs to be. So your outcome, you do have release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. You've got the 7 of Michael and you've got the 6 of Pentacles. So I'm just going to pull some cards just to clarify what messages they want me to give. Clarification on release your ex. Change your life. A sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination. Embrace the opportunities that change brings. Some of you are letting go of someone from the past. It's that simple because they're sneaky. The 7 of Michael energy is all about that empty victories, empty battles. You don't have time for it anymore. So clarification on the 7 of Michael. Yeah, the 8 of Ariel. Take great pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. And the 7 of Michael, which is the 7 of Swords. There is a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. Review all the details. So this person, I feel like they see you're disconnected. They come back. They might make a bit of an effort, but I feel in your eyes it's just not enough. And, you know, there is some kind of give and take here, but I feel like when you reject this person because they're trying but not hard enough, they might just start, you know, arguments. It might be a little bit turbulent, not in a bad way, but I feel like this person, you know, is kind of making an effort to make things work, but at the same time there's still conflict, there's still arguments, and I feel like it's going to lead with someone walking away. It might not be temporary, it could just it might not be permanent, it could just be something that's temporary. Okay, but I feel like there is a kind of change and it's going to be needed. So why is the release your ex card? Yeah, the Ace of Michael. So you could have an ex that reappears, or you might find a truth out about them, or you start to see them in a completely different way. You know, so it could be that, you know, there's an ex that resurfaces. There might be new love as well, you know, because with the Magician along with the 3 of Gabriel, it's like what you want just, you know, kind of appears in a way that you wouldn't expect. And this carries on in your future, but your outcome starts, but in your outcome, you're leaving somebody behind. So it could be that you're leaving an ex behind to go with someone new, or you give an ex a second chance and they don't quite meet the grade, is the kind of feeling I get.